Have you ever walked into a doctor's clinic and suddenly forgotten all your English? You know what you want to say. Your head hurts, your throat hurts, you've been coughing for 3 days. Easy, right? Then the doctor asks, "What seems to be the problem?" And suddenly your brain says, "System error." You know the words, but now you're thinking, do I say I have pain? I'm feeling pain? My body is doing something very weird? Don't worry, you're definitely not the only one. Today, we're going to practice real English for visiting a doctor. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to explain your symptoms clearly, answer common questions, understand basic medical instructions, talk about how long you've been feeling sick, and communicate more confidently at a doctor's clinic. And just like always, we're going to learn through complete English sentences, not random vocabulary lists that disappear from your memory 5 minutes later. We're going to practice useful sentence patterns. You'll hear the sentence, then you'll repeat it aloud twice. During your first repetition, focus on saying the correct words. During your second repetition, focus on sounding natural. Pay attention to rhythm, pay attention to stress, and don't panic if a sentence feels difficult. Pause the video, listen again, break it into smaller parts, then say the whole sentence. Because speaking English isn't about being perfect, it's about communicating clearly. Ready? Let's go to the clinic. Imagine you've just arrived. You walk up to the reception desk. The receptionist looks at you and asks, "How can I help you today?" You can say, "I'd like to see a doctor, please." Simple, clear, natural. Let's practice. I'd like to see a doctor, please. I'd like to see a doctor, please. I have an appointment at 10 o'clock. I have an appointment at 10 o'clock. I'm here for my scheduled appointment. I'm here for my scheduled appointment. I'd like to make an appointment with a doctor. I'd like to make an appointment with a doctor. Is the doctor available today? Is the doctor available today? I need to see someone about a health problem. I need to see someone about a health problem. I've been feeling unwell for the past few days. I've been feeling unwell for the past few days. Excellent. Notice this useful pattern. I've been feeling something for. For example, I've been feeling tired for the past few days. I've been feeling unwell since Monday. I've been having headaches lately. These patterns are very useful because doctors often need to know how long something has been happening. Now, the doctor calls your name. You walk into the room. The doctor asks, "What brings you in today?" That simply means, "Why are you here?" You can answer, "I haven't been feeling very well." Let's practice. I haven't been feeling very well lately. I haven't been feeling very well lately. I've had a headache since yesterday. I've had a headache since yesterday. I've been coughing for the past 3 days. I've been coughing for the past 3 days. My throat has been sore since this morning. My throat has been sore since this morning. I've been feeling unusually tired lately. I've been feeling unusually tired lately. I started feeling sick a few days ago. I started feeling sick a few days ago. The symptoms started gradually. The symptoms started gradually. The pain started suddenly. The pain started suddenly. Excellent. Notice the difference between I started feeling sick yesterday. This tells us when it began, and I've been feeling sick since yesterday. This focuses on the situation continuing until now. Don't worry about memorizing a complicated grammar rule. Just practice the patterns until they start feeling familiar. Now let's learn how to describe common symptoms naturally. Instead of simply saying pain, try to describe the location and type. For example, I have a sharp pain in my stomach, or I've been feeling a dull pain in my lower back. Let's practice. I have a sharp pain in my stomach. I have a sharp pain in my stomach. I've been feeling a dull pain in my lower back. I've been feeling a dull pain in my lower back. The pain gets worse when I move. The pain gets worse when I move. It hurts more when I take a deep breath. It hurts more when I take a deep breath. I've been feeling dizzy since this morning. I've been feeling dizzy since this morning. I feel tired even after getting enough sleep. I feel tired even after getting enough sleep. I've lost my appetite recently. I've lost my appetite recently. I've been feeling nauseous. I've been feeling nauseous. I've had trouble sleeping because of the pain. I've had trouble sleeping because of the pain. The symptoms seem to be getting worse. The symptoms seem to be getting worse. Very good. Notice how we're connecting ideas. I've had trouble sleeping because of the pain. You don't need to give short answers. Try connecting your ideas. For example, my throat has been sore and I've also been coughing. Or, I've been feeling tired, which is why I decided to make an appointment. That's the kind of natural English we're training. Doctors often ask very similar questions. Let's practice them. The doctor asks, "How long have you been feeling this way?" You can say, "I've been feeling this way for about 3 days." Let's practice. I've been feeling this way for about 3 days. I've been feeling this way for about 3 days. The symptoms started last weekend. The symptoms started last weekend. I've had this problem before. I've had this problem before. This is the first time I've experienced these symptoms. This is the first time I've experienced these symptoms. The pain comes and goes. The pain comes and goes. It usually gets worse in the evening. It usually gets worse in the evening. I haven't noticed anything that makes it better. I haven't noticed anything that makes it better. Rest seems to help a little. Rest seems to help a little. I've been taking pain medicine, but it hasn't helped much. I've been taking pain medicine, but it hasn't helped much. Excellent. The phrase, "the pain comes and goes," is very useful. It means the pain isn't constant. It appears, then disappears, then comes back. Another useful pattern is, "it gets worse when." It gets worse when I move. It gets worse at night. It gets worse after I eat. You can change the ending depending on your situation. Now let's practice a few useful patterns with have, has, and had, just like our established shadowing lessons. Doctors may ask, Have you experienced this before? You can answer, I've had similar symptoms in the past. Let's practice. I've had similar symptoms in the past. I've never experienced anything like this before. I've been feeling better since yesterday. The symptoms have gradually become worse. I had experienced something similar a few years ago. Before I came to the clinic, I had already tried resting and drinking plenty of fluids. Before I came to the clinic, I had already tried resting and drinking plenty of fluids. The symptoms had gradually become worse before I finally decided to make an appointment. The symptoms had gradually become worse before I finally decided to make an appointment. Even though I was feeling tired, I continued working because I thought the symptoms would disappear. If the symptoms continue to get worse, I'll contact the clinic again. Unless I understand the instructions clearly, I'll ask the doctor to explain them again. As long as I follow the instructions carefully, I'll know what steps to take next. Excellent! Now it's your turn. Imagine you're sitting in the doctor's office. I'll ask you a question. Answer out loud. You don't need to give the perfect answer. Just communicate. Ready? Question 1. What brings you in today? Try, I've been feeling, I've had, I've been experiencing. Good. Question 2. How long have you been feeling this way? Try, I've been feeling this way for... Since the symptoms started. Excellent. Question 3. Does anything make the problem worse? Try, it gets worse when... It usually gets worse. Very good. Question 4. Have you taken anything for the symptoms? Try, I've been taking. I haven't taken. I had already tried. Great! Question 5. Do you have any questions about the instructions? Try, how often should I... What should I do if... Excellent. Part 12. Common English mistakes. Let's quickly fix a few common mistakes. Don't say, I have fever. Say, I have a fever. Don't say, I have pain in head. Say, I have a headache, or I have pain in my head. Don't say, I'm feeling sick since Monday. Say, I've been feeling sick since Monday. Don't say, my pain is coming and going. You can say, the pain comes and goes. Don't say, doctor said me to rest. Say, the doctor told me to rest. These small changes make your English clearer and more natural. Part 13. Final recap. Today, you practiced real English for visiting a doctor's clinic. You learned how to check in, how to explain why you're visiting, how to describe symptoms, how to explain how long you've been feeling something, how to describe whether something is getting better or worse, how to answer common questions, how to understand instructions, and how to ask for clarification. Let's remember some powerful patterns. I've been feeling, I've had, the symptoms started, it gets worse when, I'm not sure if it's related, but I've been taking, how often should I, what should I do if, could you explain that again, please? Don't memorize the entire lesson. Choose 5 patterns. Create your own examples. For example, I've been feeling tired for the past few days. Change it. I've been feeling stressed lately. I've been feeling more confident recently. One pattern, different situations. That's how your speaking becomes flexible. Final outro. And remember, the goal isn't to know every medical word in English. The goal is to communicate clearly enough to explain what's happening and understand the next steps. If you forget a word, don't panic. Describe it another way. If you don't understand something, ask the person to explain again. Good communication isn't about using difficult vocabulary. It's about making sure the other person understands you. So here's today's challenge. In the comments, complete this sentence. I've been feeling blank lately because blank. Make it your own. Then say your sentence aloud. If this lesson helped you, practice the shadowing section again tomorrow. The first time, focus on the words. The second time, focus on the rhythm. And the third time, try changing the sentences and making them your own. That's when English starts becoming part of you. Keep listening, keep repeating, keep connecting your ideas, and most importantly, keep speaking English. I'll see you in the next daily English lesson with Ellie.